A solution's a solution. So we let her run away, which probably isn't ideal, but I mean, she is still, you know, a drug smuggler, and she did, you know, disrupt a police investigation by hanging that corpse and everything. Like, she's not necessarily innocent, but the same slit window you saw from the outside, right? Must have missed that on the way through. But yeah, I don't think she did the murder. I never did, honestly. I've still got it pretty firmly in my mind that it was the fucking other merc who did it. I still don't know why. I've got no particular evidence as to why or, you know, how. But something tells me we're going to find something out when we finally go over to that island. Perhaps a little sniper roost. In the meantime, that is still 2 days away, though. So let's return to the Whirling, have another word with Titus, have another word with the guy behind the bar, whatever his name is. Still want to call him Gaston. It's definitely not Gaston, but it's something similar to that. Evrart probably has some more to tell me. I'm sure he knows plenty about Ruby. But I think that might be the last we see of her now. I think we just let it.
Shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Who the fuck is this lad?
Put your damn gun down.
Oh, it's
People
the
are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
This is the merc, the one who was trying to encourage the strike breakers. This presumably is his sniper friend, and it seems like they have a new third to replace Lely.
Shut up. Not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Kim, what's going on here? Shh. The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant points to the helmeted figure.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
The big one is the mercenary at the gates, the scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
He nods.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time. This is...
The mercenary tribunal.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Stop. This is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backwards.
Pig fuck!
It's the only word you can make out. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. You really, really should have a gun in your hand by now. Or something dangerous. This feels scary. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument.
Ooh, I'm not great at that.
I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please.
Honestly, this is an 83%, and I might affect that negatively by trying anything else, so let's just roll the dice. Think of an argument.
Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Granor would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel?
I am a Grinnell Major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike.
So you're the highest ranking of the three of you.
Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
He raps on his armored barrel-like chest.
Technically, the other man has the biggest gun. But we're beyond that now.
As the leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed.
You're right. But you see, I want it to end in bloodshed.
Okay, it's not much. But he's thinking about something else. And his hand is off the gun. This did something. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
So who's that? I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Howen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
You forgot the word fucking, but I'll let that go. What was that, Rude?
Rip you open.
Okay, let's just keep talking. No one needs to die tonight.
This talking shit won't help you.
Look, listen. They didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did then?
Suddenly starting to doubt that the Mercs had anything to do with his death. They're going way too hard on this. Ruby's gone. I could point them at Ruby. That feels so unfair, though. I think Classier is probably more likely. I don't think they'd believe that, though. It was someone else. Someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare and then puts his hand on the gun.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
He was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh? How about the kid? Tell me, it's a magic fucking sniper one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
Think. Why doesn't he believe me?
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
He doesn't move the weapon.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver, 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand from the inebriation.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
When they confessed, they were lying.
Fucking liars.
He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
The man looks at his revolver and smiles.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they hanged him. All of them together. They made it real clear.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
His outburst is accompanied by yellowish saliva around his mouth. Wild Pine's rep doesn't approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
The Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening. Now is not a good time to strike. He's looking right at your hands. Do something else. Get him distracted.
Okay, let me just say one thing.
Fucking waste this fuck!
Where is Glacier? She can explain this.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacier, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left!
The manager calls down from the balcony.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
God, what the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! You know how much windows cost?
What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out, right before these assholes showed up.
We should have
Convenient.
arrested her.
The lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed
You
mercenaries.
can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
Why did I not find my lost gun?
What's that, loincloth? I can't hear you. Sounds like you got your mouth full of dick. Rude.
Shit, this is it. Tell him anything. Tell him you have more information.
Kill me and you'll never find out who killed your colonel. I've been withholding information.
Rude. Kill him.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Blink. Think.
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.6 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the thick barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out.
Kim. Where is Kim?
From the corner of your eye, You see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. It's not easy. He has 0.4 seconds to do so. He won't make it. You're on your own.
Blink again. Think
You
again.
stare down the barrel. 0.4 seconds remain. God, you're so frail.
Well,
Too frail to think further. Time is running out.
no more options. Hope I roll well. I've been rolling well all day though, so come on, fate.
The shot rings and you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force.
Huh. Didn't think I'd just be able to chug health to recover from being shot with an anti-tank rifle, but there we go.
A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly, without trembling. He aims, face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. Then, 2 shots ring backwards and you hear a scream. But you're too hurt to see who got hit.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Look him in the eye.
A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end. Here it comes. Death.
Never gonna make that. Let it happen.
You simply blink, then something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark, a distant blur as you recede into it.
Try to open my eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them, like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it. A silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. Kim, I lied about not remembering who I am. I made it up. I remember everything.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. Everyone knows I made it up. I'm just a drunk. Stupid dead drunk.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
No, Kim.
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Good. I want to die.
Of course. I know you do. Everybody leaves when they get the chance. Go on, keep falling. Deeper. Take the door.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing. In his wound sleep.
There was a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
What happened?
What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The Major gave the command.
What happened then?
As retaliation, the rifleman shot you. He hit. With his carabine. I was looking for a clear line of sight. When I found it...
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
There's a pause.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital. Yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Titus is dead?
Yes.
Huh.
You were bleeding out. I think you said you lied about being an amnesiac, and you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got the jump on me.
Thank you, although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
And the Major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
How many casualties on the Union side? Total?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus.
And that's...
all.
It's a total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
The room. It's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
How bad am I hurt?
Pretty bad, officer. You've suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder blade, luckily missing your lung and heart. The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. No major arteries were nicked, but the bullet had to be removed. Bacterial infection was treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
Okay.
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again, before your eyes. An orange hue of pain.
How are you?
My disco days are done.
Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Leafrater.
So what happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
But I don't know either.
We can't talk to Everhart. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone.
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone.
I guess that's some sort of justice.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Fucking Maybells, Kim. The flowers.
What?
This one. Remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case.
Okay.
He concedes, but clearly doesn't mean it. Look, there's a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
An antique bullet from the Belmer grave, 4.46mm. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're fucking useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics.
We should check Classier's room, upstairs.
Why not?
He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
Fuck off, man.
Despite all the thinking you've been doing.
Leave. Stop it. Oh, well, that was a dramatic moment, wasn't it? I think I will probably wrap up here and probably cut this episode in two because, goddamn, I've gone long. There's more. There's more afoot. I thought we'd reached the dramatic climax for a second there. I thought maybe accepting death was just the bad end that I'd achieved, but there's more. We still got a case to wrap up. I'll see you for the next one.